well then it really changes the dynamics of how you are relating to people, but to life itself. Because invariably, you move away from your need to be so emotionally involved and so humanly involved. And as you get more involved in your God nature, then you realize that you actually have better relationships. You have a better life because you're able to be that source vibration. And that allows you to draw upon anything that you want at any time. And so it eliminates the need to work it out and figure it out and have the issues and have the differences and have the conflicts. Instead, it comes down to, oh yeah, she's God doing it his way. Oh yeah, that's God doing it that way. And when you see it that way, then you're able to see it more specifically about why you put that person there in your life. And sometimes it is about realizing that, oh no, I don't need to do it that way. Sometimes it's all about compassion. Sometimes it's all about what you need to learn. And so obviously, as life unfolds, you become more conscious of the roles that seem natural for you to play. But as you also realize, as you have, as a parent, the roles change as your children evolve, as they move in different energies. Then you have to realize when not to follow them into that energy, because that's their vibration, that's suitable for them, or as I like to put it, well, their God's doing it their way. And so that's where, as you have discovered, sometimes you may not agree. And there are times when you think that not so much they're wrong, but they don't know better. But it's not so much that anyone knows better or knows worse. It's well, they're just God's doing it that way. And so from your perspective, it's hard, isn't it, to release yourself as a mother and learn how to evolve with your children.
Yes.
And so it's very important to be able to do that, so that therefore you're able to always expand your relationships. You can't forget about yourself once you start having kids, because sometimes you've done that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Most parents do that because your life becomes so focused on being a parent, and then your life is evolved around those structures and those routines. And that's often where I've talked to people whose children have grown, gone to university, left home, suddenly find themselves rather treading water. Well, who am I now? I remember many, many years ago, a woman coming to see me, and she had many children, and her whole role in her life had been a good mother, and her children went out to be very successful. But she found she was exceedingly angry with them, and she didn't know why. And she came to see me, and I said, "You're angry with your children. Why are you angry with your children?" And so she thought about it, and do you know what her answer was? She said, "Because they grew up." And because her whole role had been a mother. And her life had evolved around their needs and their dreams and their desires and their well-being. Okay, yes, she did what she did for herself. I suppose you could say she did the basics. But then suddenly she found herself facing herself. Well, who am I without my children?
That's the stage I'm in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So who are you without your children? It's a bit empty, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a bit lonely, isn't it,
Yes.
sometimes? Yes. And it makes you have to think about yourself.